the police stench of burning flesh, accelerated pain, left to a scorched domain. The body's too far gone, well it belongs. My testimony, ashes of my death. The terror that locks me in. My testimony to be burned alive, condemned to this burning casket, forced into a pain, die in a miserable grave. Slowly I will fly, sure that I will die. Who is bound to blame as I burn in pain? I scream of my last breath, ashes only left.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Here for the goddamn Drewcifer stream. We're just gonna bypass the filters, man. I don't know. I didn't even bother with the fucking snap cam. It didn't can us after the last show. So I ain't even fucking with it, man. Maybe I'm done. Maybe I'm done with the snap cam. We are live on Rumble. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X. We are not live on Kick. It is not wanting to stream to Kick for some reason. It's telling me it's a failure to stream to Kick. Fail to add to relay. I don't know why, because we did the last show. We've done every show so far, but even the last show, once I reset up the new computer and everything, Kick worked on that one, so I don't know, man. Let me turn this background music down just a tad. We want it nice and subtle in the back. Nice, subtle necro holocaust going on in the back. What is going on, chat? We're still up on all the ones that matters. I'm sorry, man. I love Big Mingus and like the handful of guys that pop in over on Kick, but you know, if there was a stream to not have work, I would rather it be Kick, to tell you the truth. But what is going on, everybody? I had to refresh the chat over here so it completely completely removed everybody who was already commenting. So sorry if I know fucking Satanic is in here. I know a few others. I see, of course, Matt Nevermore. What's going on, man? Scum Christ got here early. Said he got him a notification. That's awesome. And Anal Spew. Hell yeah, Cancerous Killer. Yeah, dude. Early shit is really fucking good. Got a pretty good lineup tonight, man. A lot of stuff that like came across the algorithm. The algorithm blessed me this last little go around, and it's actually, yeah, pretty good stuff, man. Whatever you're watching this on, I would recommend you watch it on Rumble. That's kind of the home base for the Drewcifer streams, but I would recommend you watch it on Rumble. Your chats will pop up here on the screen if you're on Rumble or on YouTube, but we're only doing YouTube for the first 30 minutes or so. Then we'll switch over to Rumble and just X, I guess, because Kick is giving a shit. I'm going to try every once in a while. What's up, Mingus? There's our resident Kick viewer, so I really don't feel as bad. Now, I don't know what's going on with Kick, man. It's just decided, nah, I ain't feeling it today, Drew. And I'm like, all right, whatever, Kick. So, yeah, check it out over YouTube, Rumble, whatever you're watching it on. If you'll smash the like or whatever, it helps in the algorithm. Yeah, it's basically like a good, nice, free way to help the streams. If you do want to like financially support, donate through Rumble, not YouTube. And there is merch available if you are interested. If you are so inclined to get you some Drewcifer merch, or I got Iron Casket on there as well. Kind of a hub, all-in-one, print on demand, of course. So you can check that out. But yeah, just hitting like on whatever you're watching, YouTube, or as much as that maybe that helps on Rumble. I know it helps on YouTube. It's one of the few things you can do over there. But let's see, what is everybody saying in the chat? Nevermore says the only kind of cancer you want to have. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. The first two albums especially for me. Yeah, good UK shit. Scum Christ, how about that episode of South Park where Randy gives himself testicular cancer so he can get medicinal weed? Isn't that the one where he's carrying his balls around in a wheelbarrow? Sup, Drew? Algorithm keeps recommending me Castle Rat. It needs to stop Castle Rat. That doesn't ring any bells. Satanic Death Machine, Riv Fader is total apostate. Total apostate, why do you say that? Because he's Christian? I know that's a lot of people's beef with Riv Fader. Battle AB, what's going on, man? Let's get into some more jams. We're going to do some of the YouTube friendly stuff, and we'll kick over into some of the heavier hitters. But I do have Vaughn. I fucking love Vaughn. How could you not? Dude, I don't think words can fully express how much I love that early Bond shit. Yeah, so I just looked up that Castle Rat band you guys are talking about. So I'm asking if there's a chick singer in a metal band. Looks like another, oh look, we have a chick singer kind of band. Dude, maybe I mean, well, I don't really do videos as much anymore, but this is a topic that I would definitely have done a video on back in, you know, back in those days of YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can remember how to do that. Yeah. So let me share this. All right, let me share my screen here. All right. So we're gonna pull up the band image. So this is the Castle Rat band. You know, they've got like the aesthetic. Obviously, there's like some production value in this. You know, the thing about this though, there is this trend of bands, and I'm not saying, you know, these individuals fall into this, but there is a trend of these bands of everybody this age, like the younger millennials, the older Gen Z age folks. So you'll see here, yeah, this band started in 2019. That's about right. Within the last decade, this trend kind of kicked off where a bunch of people who are into like really heavy shit decided to make a retro band. There's so many of these bands now, and again, this band might fucking rule ass. I have no idea. I've never heard them. It says they are doom metal and it's fantasy medieval themes. So as a band, they might be awesome, but this trend of usually guys that are into, you know, really like heavy shit, like, you know, full on black metal, death metal, and all sorts of, you know, even like gore grind and stuff. They're like, they all have their little side projects where they tone it down and they play some of that shit. It's just something I've noticed with that particular age of people. There's so many of those bands. A lot of those bands that plays Hell's Heroes, they do that same sort of thing. What's that one band? Is it Sirith Ungol? Is that the name of it? It's something like that. Let me see if I can look it up. And again, I'm not even talking shit about the bands themselves. Fuck, I wouldn't even know how to spell that band's name. There's just a lot of those, man. I see that, like, all these guys, and you'll look, I guarantee you that band right there. So if I go back to that, I think I can prove this. Let's see if I'm right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in that band again. What was it? What were they called again? What Rat? Fuck, I just looked it up and I've already forgot their band name. Castle Rat. So if I look up Castle Rat, I'm going to look in the members section on Metal Archives, and it's going to tell me the bands, and it's going to have related bands. And I'm willing to bet that these guys are in other bands that are actually like full on like heavy bands. Well, I don't know. Now that I click on it, it looks like a lot of them are in a similar band, but it doesn't have any links, so it's almost like it's not metal. But that's most of these bands. So let's see, where is that Sirith? I just wouldn't know how to spell it. That's Sirith Ungol or whatever. But all those guys are in that. They're all in. The Night Demon vocalist has been playing in Sirith. Is that how you spell it? Sirith Ungol. I know that's a band that played Hell's Heroes here not too long ago. Just a little trend I've noticed. If you'll go and you'll check out those bands that are kind of like traditional heavy metal, maybe new wave of British heavy metal sounding, you'll go and you'll check them out, and it turns out like they're also in these like super heavy bands and stuff like that. I think Night Demon that's another one, right? Yeah, so heavy metal. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm not even necessarily knocking it, it's just like a trend I've noticed. And they all have like the hipster stashes, and you know, they're all like in their like mid-20s and stuff. I don't know like why that became a trend. Excuse me, I'm eating pineapple post-workout, man. Alright, some more tunes, man. Some fucking Niflheim. Blast this shit. And what a great name. Renfest Rock. What a perfect way to describe that kind of music too. They're like medieval doom sounding shit. The Algo's sending me Sun Vessel tracks. They have a good message, I guess, but mellow as hell. Some else will, yeah, I think that's the one that popped up on mine as well. It's super folky. I don't know. I can't get into the folky stuff, man. Yeah, I am way more. I've had these conversations with like old bandmates and stuff before too. I am way more, as much as I might like a band's message, I am way more tunes first before message. Like that, to me, the tunes are like, that is 95% of it. It's just on top of that, it's also kind of cool if they have, you know, like a, I don't know, an interesting or appealing message in some way. Like a lot of the NS stuff that I listen to and I play on the streams and stuff like that, it is still, I do agree with a lot of the message. Obviously, I don't agree with all of the message for some of these bands. Some of them, I do agree with all of it. But, you know, it's like a spectrum. But the music does 95% of the lifting for me. It's just on top of that, it also pisses off all the right people. And I don't know, to me, that's just kind of, is that not metal? I've said it a million times, man. It's just fucking metal. It pisses off all the right people. Again, we are not up on Kick. That is not my fault. I don't know if, because I'm streaming all this through Rumble and splitting it over between YouTube, X, and Kick. But Kick is not wanting to work tonight. I would rather you guys be here anyways, but I know some people really like Kick. But sorry, fellas. It ain't me, man. It ain't me. We're going to go for a little bit longer on YouTube. I would recommend everybody head over to Rumble. X is also an option, but Rumble is really just the best for this. If you have an old email or something, just make an account, dude. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You can say pretty much whatever you want. Obviously, there are still rules on Rumble. If you try to go over the chat, yeah, there's no death threats, and it won't let you post certain like profane words or whatever. But yeah, a lot more leeway as far as talking goes. I'm gonna play some heavy shit, man. I got some Antichrist Siege Machine lined up. We're gonna get into some really good shit later on, man, but not that all this stuff isn't good, but you know what I mean. Got all kinds of shit lined up for tonight. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Scumcry says not a big fan of Antichrist Siege Machine. Wow, that's the first I've heard of that. Said saw them live. Granted, I haven't seen them live, but I know a lot of people that have, and everybody said that they kicked ass live that I've talked to. I have heard that, I was about to say Death Wish, that Death Worship is not very good live. I've heard a few people say that. I've heard others say they're awesome. But that's one of the few that comes to mind that I have heard. And I've seen some of the live videos. Death Worship, Ryan Forrester does like totally different vocals live. He does like higher... I don't know. It seems like the vocals don't really translate as well from some of the videos that I've seen live, but I haven't seen them live either. In fact, that was that same year both of those bands came to town, and I was doing something on both fucking shows. Sounded Australian for a moment. Down under, dingo ate you, baby. I don't know if I can do a good Australian. I'll probably embarrass myself. In my head, I can do a great Australian, but you know. But when I try it, everybody's going to be like, "Ooh, stick to your shitty Texas twang, asshole." That's what everybody's going to say. Antichrist Siege Machine is awesome. Yeah, but I mean, it can be a different experience hearing them live, though, man. Some bands translate well live. That's just one band that everybody I've talked to has acted like they translate live really well, so. But what the hell do I know? Ain't seen them live, man. I need to. I want to. Flesh Mass is killer. He also said Weregoat was way better. Interesting, because on the albums, I much prefer Antichrist Siege Machine to Weregoat. Weregoat's cool, but I don't know. There's something about the impact of Antichrist Siege Machine that I love. I love all their shit. All right, fellas, I'm going to do one more track on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, head over to Rumble. You can also watch on X. Kick is down for some reason, but head over to Rumble. You'll be able to watch the rest of the show or listen to it. Whatever the fuck it is you do with the show. I'm going to play one more classic track, and then we're going to knock out YouTube. So the next time you see this, we'll be dropping YouTube, all right? Here we go. Some first album, Battery.
Thrash, the actions of every one of the dead. Jack, this the news.
There we go, fellas. If you were on YouTube, man, head over to Rumble. You can also watch on X, but we're gonna knock YouTube out so we can go have some fun and talk about bands that the okay, we're on YouTube, gotta be YouTube friendly. We're gonna talk about some tunes that the non-heteros over on YouTube they're not gonna like us talking about. They're not gonna like us playing some of these bands, so we're gonna kick YouTube to the curb. We're gonna knock them out. Head on over, man. The links are right there on the screen, except for Kick. It is down tonight. Again, I'm constantly trying to get it back up throughout the stream, but it's not working. I don't know. Maybe they hate me. I have no idea why, but Kick is down. So head over to Rumble. It'll be the best.